Greetings, everyone. Kaydub here. Let's chat about the murder of Charlie Kirk briefly. Before I get too far into my spiel, I want to let everyone know that Charlie Kirk was 100% in my periphery. I got sent some videos with him in them. I looked at the transcript for those videos and then put it all to the side. He was not an influence in my life, so most of what I'm going to say is general and may not necessarily be specific to Charlie Kirk. That being said, here is my spiel. First, I want to comment on the setting of the murder. It is ironic that this took place on a college campus. College campuses are, generally speaking, a space to share multiple viewpoints. Therefore, I feel that this murder is a bit symbolic of not having safe spaces to share our various viewpoints, opinions, and beliefs. For me, that is extremely sad. Contemplating multiple viewpoints can enhance our own viewpoints and assist in making us better people. So, my hope is that the future will allow such sharing of viewpoints without ill will and is met with open-mindedness. Second, I want to comment and emphasize that murder is not okay. Killing in self-defense or to defend others is permissible, but this murder does not have any elements of either of those two intentions. As I stated on Facebook when President Trump was nearly assassinated, just because we may not like someone, agree with their, or we may disagree with their views, or we do not condone their actions, that does not mean that I want them to be harmed. Quite the contrary. My wish is for all beings to find something resembling peace, security, and happiness. I think that at times, these wishes are forgotten in our modern society. Greed for power, status, and money, as well as hatred for those that have those things, are severe obstacles toward cultivating goodwill for everyone. That is why we must remain vigilant in our pursuits of not only our own happiness, but also in assisting others in their pursuits. Or at least attempt not becoming an obstacle to another person's happiness. Third, there have been comments that America's soul has been tainted or that the soul has been lost. Although I share some of these sentiments, I also know that the loudest voices and actions are not always the ones we should primarily focus on. There are millions of Americans and people around the world that are working to improve our society, to positively influence the next generation, and are doing great things while also pursuing their own joy, happiness, and purpose. Although this does not erase all the negative outcomes the United States has seen when it comes to political violence and violence in general, it provides me hope that even in darkness, there is not complete absence of light if we choose to seek it. Therefore, it is up to all of us who wish for peace and goodwill to not only seek it, but to promote it to the best of our ability through our own actions. Consequently, in my own small way, I am looking to provide an opportunity for respectful, peaceful, and productive sharing of our interests, hobbies, and our opinions. That is why I have created a Discord server called Friends for Peaceful Discussion. This platform will allow many of us the opportunity to share our opinions and thoughts on topics such as politics, sports, arts and entertainment, and other topics in a safe, respectful, and in a limited, judgmental environment. The intention here is to create a safe space where we can share multiple viewpoints without fear of retaliation or retribution. My strong request is that we do not resort to name-calling, that we use respectful phrasing such as, in my view, according to my faith, and from my perspective, and that we generally treat people in the forum as human beings that desire happiness just like anyone else. User ban should be a last resort. The link to the Discord server will be in the description. Lastly, I wanted to express my well wishes specifically to Charlie Kirk's family, friends, and followers. Losing your husband, your father, and or losing someone who has had a great influence on you is never easy. Even as an adult, it is difficult to grow without having your parents there to see that growth. As someone who lost both his parents before his 36th birthday, I can attest to that struggle and can only imagine what Charlie Kirk's young children are experiencing right now and cannot fathom how they will grow into adults without their father. That being said, let's also keep in our thoughts, prayers, and well wishes everyone who has been lost to the act of murder and or violence. I want to thank everyone for their time and consideration. So, until the next recording, everyone, take care of yourself and chat with you soon. Peace out for now.